Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Kachi Gwynn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Wherein we've been in the midst of an enormous storm that took over Cursed Cove. In order to sort of make their way in the storm, our party had to split up. Kachi took to the skies, assisting the Wing of the Sky Blanche in fixing the lightning rod system over the town. Trigger, our sea elf friend, joined several of their aquatically inclined allies to pull people out of the water. Trigger and Steela's crew, we saw some of their work last session. We'll see what Weedy and Bubble were up to this session. And Bobby fighting valiantly alongside Gilda Deepmaw, the leader of Cursed Cove, the Wing of the Land Lance Evenstride, as well as an old ally, Kettle, were able to hold off and sort of keep a possessive ghost at bay, to an extent at the cost of Gwyn's health and life for a brief time. Luckily, Gwyn's connection to Nico Stiletto, the god of death, was enough for Gwyn to sort of claw their way back to life, at the cost of someone that maybe they have considered an ally in the past, with a task given to Gwyn and perhaps the party as well, to find Nico a new caretaker. This role that you know Marilyn has stepped up to the plate for nature. It's a cleric. It's the cleric of the world. You need to find a death domain cleric for Nico to swear in. At some point. Hasn't given you a timeline just yet. But with ghosts dispersed, with the lightning calming down thanks to this apparatus in the sky, some of our party has sort of slumped their way to the Forgotten Escape. Blanche and Kachi having flown down here. Blanche kind of leaves you, Kachi here, thanks you profusely, but then sort of takes off to continue her duties. Gwyn having been dragged here kind of by Kettle. Kettle leaves you in the care of Marilyn, her mother, and your ally, before she takes off to make sure that the rest of her kind of party is safe and looked after. And that's where we find ourselves now. In the Forgotten Escape, a bar we have frequented for quite some time. Gwyn and Kachi, as you kind of step into here, go ahead and give me perception checks. I will say, Gwyn, as you're sort of still coming to a bit, yours is going to be a disadvantage for now. Not a full point of exhaustion, but it's wearing off as you arrive at the Forgotten Escape.
11.
7.
Where's my pencil? There we go. Excellent. Gwyn, a little foggy in what you've been able to sort of pull together here. You kind of see a familiar face across the bar. You see kind of Kachi also standing kind of in the Forgotten Escape, dripping wet, kind of what you recognize Kachi to normally be as this owl. It looks like he is half the size, as all of his feathers have been sort of smushed down to his very tiny body. And as you kind of stand in the doorway, a little unsure, a little struck here, Gwyn. Kachi, you do notice Gwyn has entered, and Marilyn also, this Aladrin tavern keeper, kind of comes over to Hugh Gwyn. Well, you certainly look worse for the wear. Kettle sort of came and left. Is she all right?
She better be. I
I
think she is. She's
I agree. All right. Pluck is with his father helping somewhere. Bash just got back. Right before the two of you. Uh, you look a bit off. Please have a seat or bring a drink, food, whatever you need. You right?
um
Yeah, well, great. Do you need any help at all?
Marilyn kind of looks over her shoulder at like the tavern room that's full of people here. With Marilyn kind of here, you almost like follow her gaze. As a quick rundown, there is a figure wearing like a heavy shawl sitting by the fireplace. There is a what looks to be like a human father with like a tiefling kid at a table. There's like a sullen kind of looking like all black this elf kind of slumped forward. There is on one like sharing a table. There's this giant minotaur and a small herongon. Sitting at the bar is a tiefling, and off in the against the far wall is Weedy Benz, the dragonborn you guys have met with a couple times. And even as like you guys kind of look around the room, like it is impossible to miss the gaze. There's like a 5 foot tall like Asimar. Everyone here is soaked and looking a little forlorn. This Asimar is like a tankard in both, like has like both of her hands on a tankard, and is just like wide-eyed, kind of looking at the two of you, like, "Hi."
Kachi.
As Marilyn kind of
Yeah,
like,
all right.
yeah, grab yourselves a table. Yes, Cherry, friends of mine. But I think you ordered some food. I'll bring it to you in just a moment. I'll check in with you too. I'm still sort of looking to see if anyone was injured or something. The little tiefling is she's a biter, so just keep some distance.
Oh, God.
And Marilyn ducks off to like, you guys have been here a lot, basically. Tuckers away as Marilyn goes behind the bar. Bash kind of comes out, her tiefling kid, and begins to try to like talk, chat, and like mediate with some people. She probably fluctuates over to like the human and the tiefling here. So, in this bar for the first time, Kachi and Gwynn, who is so like here checking in. Marilyn has made it very clear that there is no injuries here, but aside from the people that you recognize, Weedy, and Marilyn and Bash, these are all people who've washed up into Cursed Cove tonight, just like you yourselves did not too long ago. Is there anyone like drawing your eye? Anyone that you're like interested in kind of engaging with, or do you need to sit and chat with each other first?
I wanted to keep an eye out for any arcane spellcasters. I would say those would be the ones that would catch my eye.
Okay.
And then, of course, the complete opposite of that. Are there any obvious brutes that look available to be molded in some way? Like, is
Incredible.
there? Who do I
Uh,
not want to talk to, and then who is around?
Yes. Okay. So taking in sort of this the room a bit. Let's say you guys grab a table real fast, or like Marilyn has like pressed something warm into your hands. So like that disadvantage, like you've come to by now. So Gwyn, go ahead and give me a let's say a perception, insight, or for you, I'll say also say survival, as like you're gauging who is here and like assessing. Okay, how can they help you?
Natural one.
Woo!
So,
First one of the night.
so
Arcane
just add.
or brute?
Yeah.
Which one is more important to Gwyn?
I think the arcane is more
Okay.
important.
Hard to get a huge read. No one is doing it. No one is like thumbing through like a tome right now. But you do kind of pick up on this elf who's sitting in the tavern, kind of a little brooding by himself. You notice kind of like the long pointed ears of a high elf. There is like there's something about the way that he's carrying himself. He's like kind of like giving some side eye to like some of the other patrons here. And there definitely appears to be some sort of like an air of like importance to him, and like high elves being almost naturally geared towards arcane magic. is something that you would pick up on even with a natural one.
Fine. I'm kind of keeping an eye on that.
Nice. Kachi, you successfully quelled the storm. Gwyn is has like a haunted look in his eye, which isn't that much different from how Gwyn often is. Is there anyone in here that you're kind of keeping an eye on or out for?
I think just coming in, being soaked, and probably still having like a little bit of tinnitus from being so high up and then coming back down so fast. I think Kachi would probably gear towards the Azamar just because they were the first ones in the door with like two things, and like, how are you drinking those at the same time? Gwyn, okay, we got Gwyn, okay. Yeah, just like, I think more so, less of like one person geared at, and more of like, okay, I have to compartmentalize one by one to see who everyone is.
Nice. Yeah, kind of keeping an eye out. I'd say the minute that you kind of look at this Asimar, like, you look in her direction and it's eye contact immediately.
Like, oh God, fuck. Oh my God.
And just, like, the proportion of like her face that is eyeball is staggering. Like, if like Chibi was a person, it's her. Hi.
Why? Oh God.
I like
Hello.
your wings.
Oh, thank you. They're very wet right now.
Oh yeah, because I was in the storm too. I didn't even realize I could swim as good as I could.
Well done. How did okay, so you all came in from the storm. There was a boat out in the bay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was just
glad.
like a passenger. I was going off to school, kind of in sort of like the Elven lands and thing. That's where I was headed. But your friend, are you okay? And like, does her best to get Gwyn's eye contact. Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Are you okay? Do you need help?
I don't feel great. I usually don't feel great, but I don't feel great now.
I can heal. I'm a healer. Are you hurt?
Very. Can you heal me what you can?
Yeah. Come here. There's plenty of seats. And like obviously there's plenty of seats. It's the middle of the night. So she'll use her Asimar healing hands and restore 10 hit points to you if you need them. But even if your hit points are in a solid place, there's a warmth that kind of creeps out of this Asimar. I'm Cherry.
Cherry?
Yeah, do you guys live here?
Now.
Yeah. I'm Kachi. The brooding one is Gwyn.
Not brooding.
Kachi.
No, you're not brooding. That
Nice to
guy.
meet you.
That guy over there is brooding.
That is a brooder. Then I point at the elf.
Cherry just like nodding, like that's so funny, like just like happy to kind of be a part of something. But this sort of like the meaning of perhaps this joyful person in a room of somewhat morose or downtrodden people. They just washed into a place that they didn't understand after their ship was attacked, and somehow Cherry is the one who has found the positivity in it. But this sort of like quiet reprieve, this brief moment of silliness or lightness is sort of quelled as the door is knocked open. The wind is being sort of like swept into this place again. Like Marilyn and Bash, both of their heads kind of like shoot towards the door. It seems like probably not the first time this has happened tonight. Like it's probably had a similar effect when each of you kind of walked in here. But as the door swings open this time, two figures are silhouetted against sort of this night sky, this lingering remains of a much more powerful storm. Immediately, you notice the person who seems to be in better shape as far as health-wise is a sea elf. supporting the what looks to be a more frail, perhaps injured, or someone who's having a rough time. A very pale bullywug, kind of muttering to himself and basically hanging on to this sea elf. Grant, would you like to describe your character?
I sure can. Yes. This is, as you said, a sea elf. He has grayer, bluish gray skin with some dark azure hair, rather long, a little past his shoulders. Thin but physically fit. Not too tall. Somewhere around the 5'6" realm of things. Wearing a simple leather fisherman's apron and leather fishing gloves and other very common apparel that you might see of someone who has made their trade along the waterways up north. And that is who you see as after they open the door. They rather nonchalantly say, I could use a little help with this guy here.
Like, even before Kachi and Gwynn, like, you have, like, register what this person says. Cherry has, like, stood up, which is not much of a height difference between when she was sitting down and when she's standing up. We can help. We can help. I'm a healer. Yeah.
Oh, we got a volunteer. Okay, great.
Yep.
Awesome.
I would make my way over to this Asimar, I guess, and I guess I'm sort of kind of hucking the bullywug over a shoulder.
Bullywug is like hold like as like he had like gone to support and his leg just went slack.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I swallowed some water or swallowed some.
Oh, you swallowed some water. Yeah, I get that.
I'm Gene.
Let's get you seated here, Pops.
Doctor. I need a doctor. I'm Gene. I live on a pirate ship.
Wow.
Cherry kind of goes, okay, yeah, you can lay on the table, I guess. It kind of looks to like the two of you, like, do you guys live here? Is that okay?
That's fine.
It's fine. Can I?
You want to sidebar?
He's a pirate. We know there's like tattoos or something. Can I try to see if there's similar to triggers?
Yes. Give me. I'd say I'm gonna offer it up to you. Whatever skill you think Gwyn is using, like deception to act as like you're assessing him, sleight of hand, perception, whatever you're thinking.
Could I give the help action by like trying to do like a pat down of like, oh yeah, your arm fine, leg fine,
Yeah, absolutely.
chest okay, yep, no wounds.
I rolled a 1 and a natural 20.
Bobby, throw dice. Like you've rolled 2 1s.
But it's a different die. They're different dice. You change what they were.
With a
Hachi
wonderful
Machi.
help action from Kachi.
Yeah, big one.
Gwyn, you pull like Gene like shrugs like the coat off, and you see the tattoo on his arm is of an eyeball, which you recognize as the tattoo that Trigger tried to give himself. You have found this person was a member of Cyclops' crew.
I'll cover it back up.
Oh, nice. Like
I'll be like, give him air, and then I'm like, no, go keep him calm.
And
I'll, like,
I'll also say, with a natural 20, as you kind of are helping Cherry inspect Gene, you're much more focused about it. Cherry notices that there's like okay, yeah, I think you swallowed something, maybe seaweed or I already used all of that. Okay, can't do any more of the healing hands. Okay, and she does do pumps like a cure wounds into Gene.
Mm.
Okay, if I think he's okay.
It hurts. I could use a beer.
Well,
A beer, yeah, you got it. I'll get on that.
good place
Yeah,
to meet.
do you want to? Yeah, truly.
Yeah, and Cherry's just like,
Best place in
okay,
town.
maybe we should let Gene rest. I'll make sure he's okay. Kachi, Gwynn, thank you so much. But if you guys want to go sit somewhere else, that's okay. Like covers, like wherever she thinks his ears are. If you guys want to go sit somewhere, it's mostly eyeballs.
Oh. Okay.
Sure, Jerry.
It's like all empty seats. It's not like it's like a hard spot to get a table. Yeah, I take a 5 steps.
There's so many empty tables.
Yeah.
You, mysterious stranger. What's your name?
Me? Oh, I guess I'm Pike.
Pike saved me. I can't. I'm not a good swimmer.
Yeah, I'm pretty good swimmer. I'm a fisherman.
Next Pike.
Yeah, I ain't never met a pirate before. That's pretty wild.
We hear that they're everywhere out in the seas these days.
They're
You never know when you're
everywhere?
gonna run into
What was his name? Not Pike.
G-
Near death experience.
Oh, he said he was Gene.
Gene.
Gene the
Mhm.
pirate.
Yeah. He probably like as you were
Very
swimming
very
with him,
scary name.
Pike. He probably introduced himself at some point as Pasty Gene.
Pasty Gene.
Yes,
I like that. That's better.
of course.
Pasty Gene. Mhm.
As a fun fact, pulled from my list of crazy pirate names that Seth has thrown out up to this point.
So am I crazy.
Truly, it goes on.
How old are you, Pike?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 43 years old, I guess, which is on the younger side for Elvish standards.
You're actually not
Oh,
the youngest sea elf I know, if you can believe it or not.
How about that?
I still don't have any
You know,
kids.
I know.
Would you meet a teenager or something? I mean,
Kind of. I think so.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in.
Something like that.
Trigger's definitely in his terrible 20s.
I see. Yeah. Pike is a bit past that. He's in his like mid 30s, so little more nonchalant about things, but also not.
hit that cusp of an adult, but he's still figuring out where he is in the world.
Yes.
Three of you kind of standing around Gene Bash. This blue tiefling comes over to the group. Oh yeah. Okay. So, welcome. We're not usually
Hi.
doing. I don't think that people usually lay on tables. But if I can get you guys anything, did my mom get your guys' order? Do you need anything?
I just walked in. No.
We everything for new arrivals. Welcome. It's all kind of on the house. We'll have rooms and stuff
wow.
ready to go in the next little bit for anybody who needs to crash here for the night, and then can meet with Gilda in the morning. Anything else?
That's awfully generous.
Like the bed's
Yeah.
great. Recently ghost free. Love it here.
Like no mimics
Ghost
anymore.
free.
Pretty sure.
There's
Yeah,
ghosts here?
Pretty sure. But there used to be.
But
There were
was
ghosts-
just a storm, so doesn't everything reset?
No, but this was an early storm, so I don't know if this is like an actual storm.
Yeah, the odds of ghosts are pretty low.
I would guess
Low.
so. Listen, I'm gonna level with the two of you. What are your names again? I gave you mine. What are yours?
Oh yeah. Kachi.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Kachi and Gwynn.
Kachi. Oh yeah, Kachi. Okay.
Gwyn.
And you? Gwyn. Just Gwyn?
Gwyn works. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Huh.
Maybe we'll see the nun later.
The nun? Is there a nun here?
I
there
turned
can be.
briefly into I have like a tattoo on the side of my head. My entire image changes, and I am a human in like a poncho with bags under my eyes. I look
I
sick.
see.
I look weak. I look hardened by the world, like I've been wronged at every corner. I'm giving Constitution 8. I'm getting Strength score of 5.
I see. Okay.
Yes. But I transform briefly into like an older woman giving shame from Game of Thrones woman, Hannah Waddingham, and like I'm Sister Jodie. But then I will drop it again and I'll go back to me. But I can do that an unlimited amount of times, which has been helpful in the real world. But on a secluded island, you don't really want to rub the wrong people the wrong way. So I just kind of.
When you do that, I think Pike kind of blinks for a minute because he's never seen anything quite like that before in his life.
So you don't pirate. You're not familiar with magic.
Not really. No. I mean, I know a few things. Apparently I need to figure out what those are.
Fish.
But I'm pretty much fish guy.
The spell create fish.
Yeah.
Create fish. Yeah. I mean,
Speak with fish.
what I do is kind of magic, I guess. So
are you?
I'm really good with a spear.
You're a seafood kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
You give makes me eat sashimi.
Sashimi.
You cook your fish? I'm sorry. Now I went too far.
Yeah, no. I cook my fish.
Oh, okay.
Listen, it's see. I'm from a bit
non-raw
further north
guy.
here.
Pasty Jean.
Didn't get out too much until recently. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jean just
Matt.
as you're talking about fish. Pasty Jean just leans over, blah, blah, and spits up 3 fish that kind of just skitter across the ground towards your table.
Bleh.
Yeah, sorry, I don't think he's okay.
You're doing great, Cherry.
Wild
Thank
con.
you.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna take one more step back towards the fireplace and away from those fish.
Nice. So you guys can grab a table by the fireplace, away from Pasty Jean and Cook Cherry. He's giving you
Pike
an out.
kind of looks at that for a moment and just gets back to what he was saying. Anyways, yeah, I've just been catching fish up in my village for forever.
Why were you traveling to where you were going?
I mean, I guess you could say I had a little bit of a midlife crisis, but it sounds silly, but I essentially had an experience where I discovered something and realized I hadn't really seen much of the world yet and wanted to get out of my village, find out some more things. But
well, look at that.
Okay.
You found it.
I'll roll deception.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll a deception. The two of you want to roll an insight check just to see, basically gauging how honest or truthful or how forthcoming, perhaps, Pike is being.
These are the things I'm supposed to be good at. I'm really garbage. 12.
8.
I rolled a 9.
So Gwynn, I think, gets the sense that there is more to this story. I don't think you've rolled quite well enough to deduce any details more than what Pike has offered, but you kind of get a sense that there's something else to this sea elf story.
Yeah. If I may, just you would both get that everything he's saying is truthful, but yeah, there is a little bit more to it.
Something else. Okay, does that mean that you are a good sailor? Are you a better sailor than this entire room?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe not this entire room, I wouldn't say.
Yeah,
but...
give me an insight or perception check, Pike. as you're assessing the people
Oh,
in
gosh.
the room.
I'll do insight. That is a 23.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pike,
19 plus 4.
of the people that you recognize in this tavern, you knew that this Minotaur was in the ship that you were on. You probably may have even like chatted with him at some point. You know his name is Holston. He's much more like salt of the earth, grounded. So you probably have a lot of time, like things to talk about. Not a whole lot of experience on boats, but big, strong, kind of the silent type. You recognize the dad and the tiefling. May not have spoken to them necessarily. They kind of kept to themselves, but they didn't have a whole lot of sailing experience. As you kind of search the room for who else to recognize, you probably recognize, maybe you saw Cherry on the boat, this figure shrouded in scarves who's currently kind of like fiddling and trying to like dry off, like shake out like water from a violin over the fireplace. You recognize, but not from like the top decks. The elf is probably the only person that you clock as like, yeah, you're probably a better sailor than everyone, except maybe him. He was helping out with like rigging and things, not a part of like the crew of the ship, but someone else who had some experience.
Great. So with that information, I would say, I don't know if I'd say I'm the best, but out of everybody in this room, maybe the second best. I mean, I had my own boat for a little while here, and well, not here, of course, but I tooled around up north with that quite handily. Now that guy over there, I saw him out on deck, and he seemed like somebody you might want for that sort of thing if you were needing. I mean, I could certainly help if need be. I'm trying to maybe get out of here at some point soon, but
Yeah, we all
maybe we can help each other.
We gotta speak to the captain about that.
Who's the captain?
I point to Kachi.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, that's me.
You're the captain?
Oh shit. That means yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I.
and pirate garb.
Yeah. It gives you kind of a
You're not a pirate guy, though, right?
No.
me pirate.
Oh, him?
No.
Okay, because I'm also not a pirate person.
No, I mean
Tabletop.
I always heard stories about pirates, but my fishing village wasn't really a big enough target, and also probably a bit too cold to really worry about for most pirates. So yeah, we didn't really see much of that. Now, this last attack here, that was my first experience with any of those bloodthirsty buccaneers. So exciting, but also dangerous.
Trick is gonna eat you alive.
As you say, the pirates are so dangerous. Pasty Jean once again vomits seawater and is like,
Something's trying to get out of me.
the only confirmed pirate.
Can I do a medicine check on Pasty Jean?
I'm like, what is he about?
when he
to
says
call
that
us
something's
dangerous?
trying to get out of him.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check as you're just kind of glancing over at this crazy person.
That's
Oh,
a very
those
weird
eyeballs.
thing to say. So that's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Okay, Pike, as you look over at Pasty Jean, white skin, red eyes, has spewed seawater and some fish. He kind of like, as he coughs, you look into his mouth, and you can see there are more eyeballs inside of it with purple irises. And as Cherry is trying to like figure out how to heal him or calm him down, like this wriggling that he said he swallowed something feels like in like a movement like a magnet as
Oh, God.
it, like almost turns Pasty Jean inside out as he opens his mouth and tentacles and eyeballs begin spewing out. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my gosh, I'm an NPC though. I have nothing.
As I move us to the real Forgotten Escape battle map.
Oh boy.
We've fought 3 battles in the past day.
Okay.
All right, what do we have for initiative, Kachi?
8. Can't roll above a 5 today, apparently.
Yeah.
And Pike?
That is going to be a big, lovely 5 for initiative.
And Gwyn?
7.
And Matt, do I just press launch game here on Roll20 or?
You should be able to, as long as like you were like signed into like the that game. It should be fine. It should open up, and then I have set it so like the players can see this map. So hopefully that's the one that you can just see that you dropped in. That's great.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Nice. So there we have the Forgotten Escape. And out of pasty jeans.
Is this me with the cool, long, flowy blue hair? Oh, I like that actually.
I was trying really hard
That's
to
fun.
find like sea elf, like craftsman to get like some kind of leather apron kind of situation. And there was like another token I found that had like a mustache.
Love her.
And I was like, sea elf with a mustache? That's kind of cool. But it was like, that's not the vibe. I'll just save that for later.
Yes, I see. Yeah, that one. I think I saw that too. But no, this one's great.
But pasty Jean, this pale bullywug, like crawling out of his gullet is this enormous. I'd say enormous. It's large. Like mound of eyeballs and tentacles, kind of squeezing itself out all at once. As he kind of does this, it's like, it's time! As it crawls all the way out. Add initiatives in there for you.
Gosh.
And Gwyn with a 7. Oop, I didn't add a turn for Pike.
I like this fancy man just directly north of me. He seems fun.
Very fancy. He's the one who's emptying the water out of his violin.
Uh-huh.
What a fancy man.
What a fancy man. A spooky fancy man. Lots of spooky fancy people.
Excellent. Okay, cool.
All the spooky people.
All of this kind of going about the belching of this tentacle creature out of Jean. It's actually going to start us off with this eyeball creature crawling out as Jean kind of sits up.
Get Trigger's friends.
As this creature begins to move toward you. And it is going to, as it kind of sloshes across the way before anyone can really get a chance to see kind of what's going on. The room is full of people, and this monster makes a beeline, seemingly, for the table that you are sitting at, Pike. Like an eyeball sort of on all 3 of you as it sort of pulls itself along. That's going to be an attack on Kachi. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And an attack on Gwyn. But that one is only a 12 to hit. So lashes out, grabs on to Kachi. That is going to be 9 damage to Kachi. And Kachi, you are grappled as this tentacle kind of like begins to wrap around, this very wet, very small owl is just hoisted aloft away from you, Pike.
Just the most, like, I can't be fucked with look. Like, really? Right now? We're doing this? The pasty Gene, you're fucking dead. I'm coming after you.
Almost though. Almost. Fuck.
Pasty Jean struggles here for a bit. Cherry doesn't quite know what to do right now, as she is sort of next in this. I'd say everyone else is still kind of reeling by what's happening. Cherry, as has been ingratiated to this sort of table. How is everyone looking here, like health-wise? Everyone, like Kachi and Gwynn, have been through some fights. Pike was just survived a shipwreck, but how is everyone's health looking?
My health is just fine.
I am now bloodied.
I'm healed up. I'm okay.
Cherry will do. Oh, I wish it was better. 4 hit points on a healing word to Kachi. Oh my gosh! Did I do that? I'm so sorry.
No, that was good. Thanks, kids. I appreciate it.
That is sort of the rest of these
Don't
patrons.
hate a move.
Okay. And as Cherry goes to move kind of into the corner, Pasty Jean is going to try to grapple her as an opportunity attack.
Pasty
Jean.
I'm going to have to look up what her strength is. That is a 0. She does get grappled by Pasty Jean. Pasty Jean, like, with this creature out of his stomach, grabs onto Cherry and, like, almost like quick draw. Has, like, a pistol in his hand. Like, we're walking out of here.
Can I silvery barbs his grapple?
Oh, hell yeah. Reaction to Silvery Barbs, I'll roll with disadvantage. It was a 15 the first time. He just needs to roll below. Let me double check what his strength is. He needs to roll below a 10. That was an 11. So he still manages to grab onto Cherry, but you have an advantage from Silvery Barbs to throw someone if you would like.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Gwyn.
Nice. Kachi, how are you manifesting the Silvery Barbs for Pike, who hasn't seen your brand of magic before?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for Kachi, since he's currently, like, put up in this, like, tentacle, I think he, like, tries to get one of his feathers free. And you see him pull out a, like, wooden dagger that's also got, like, a few holes in the handle of it, and he just like starts like and you just see like this like purple like mist of magic go and just try to like go straight for the Jean. That's tinged with a little something else. Now that there's a little gemstone in the dagger as well.
Like almost like there's like a ting, like almost like, as if you're playing like this wooden knife flute. Everyone can hear sort of like almost like a series of bells accompanying you as other patronly magic is coming out of you as well. In this first round, this chaos is kind of flumped onto the ground. The other patrons of the bar, looking around, seemingly confused and unsure how to proceed. It does come to Pasty Jean. Who is going to who's going to sort of step away and try to make his way out of this tavern. I'm going to say, as he goes to pull Cherry away, he's going to have to do an opposed strength check with this elf here, who is going to be faster to move than everyone else in this bar. And is rooted in place as he tries to pull Cherry away. Like, without, you guys see it, without looking, this elf just gets a hand onto, like, the back of Cherry's collar as, like, Jean is trying to, like, pull her arms. Ow! She's kind of caught in the middle of this. As this all is kind of happening at once, those of you familiar with Maryland, Pike, the owner of this tavern, this Eladrin woman, stands up on her bar here, and you see like her eyes roll back and begin to glow green as she activates her haven, the Forgotten Escape. And Gwynn and Kachi, you feel yourselves being empowered and bolstered by this magic. And Pike, you feel something almost like akin to an invitation. A sense of magic that perhaps, like the smell of sea foam, this like element of like searching through algae, looking for the best place to find fish, where they might be hiding in these plants and water. It's like this, almost like a familiar feeling to you, as you almost feels like an invitation to be bolstered by this magic as well. And for anyone who would who considers Marilyn an ally, you have advantage on all attacks and ability checks while you are inside the Forgotten Escape, and she is concentrating on this haven effect.
Okay.
I like that.
That is going to bring us through. Basically, the first turn for a lot of these people is going to be coming online to the fact that there is a problem, as not only is sort of Pasty Gene have his pistol drawn, this creature in the middle of the floor is sort of moving about, but also you all hear from behind you, almost one by one, these small, like, suctioning sounds as from through the chimney and through the windows of the Forgotten Escape, small purple eyeballs are crawling through whatever opening they can find to step into the tavern as well. They seem to be similar to this large mass of tentacles, but smaller, and don't appear to be quite as substantial as they begin looking around at what there is here. This tiefling by the bar kind of spins around in his seat and just continues taking a drink. This figure by the stage finally shakes the rest of the water outside of their violin and goes, "By my stars and garters!"
Oh my god.
And that is going to be the elf, who's going to do another opposed check with Pasty Gene. But Pasty Gene maintains hold of Cherry, so instead he sort of draws this blade and is going to slash into Pasty Gene. And that is followed immediately by Kachi.
Amazing.
Natural.
Bash, get all the kids. Get them upstairs. Any of you adults who can do shit, get these little eyeballs.
Bash kind of looks in your direction. Okay. Grit, shut the fuck up. You're following me. And points her finger threateningly at she's 18, 20, and she's just staring daggers into this younger 12-year-old tiefling. Knock it off, you're following me.
Hell yeah, I love that. Great, good job, Ash. And then I'm gonna put my flute away and then pull out my fucking pistol and try to shoot an Eldritch Blast at Pasty Gene.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh,
aiming at
pistol.
As these
That's
tentacles
cool.
are holding you and spinning around. Actually, at the start of your turn, Kachi, you take 5 cold damage as these tentacles squeeze into you.
God, that sucks. I'm so cold. I'm so wet and so cold.
You're
okay,
already
cool.
wet. You're gonna get a flu.
I'm gonna get a flu so bad. Does a 22 hit?
Oh, 22 absolutely hits Pasty Gene.
Amazing.
The elf
and then
tried, and
because
he
I'm
rolled the
50
natural one. So,
God damn. Oh, I know he can do better. I know he's too brooding for that. And because I'm 5th level, I get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yes, you do.
Does a 23 hit?
Oh, hell yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so we get 2d10 on this. Okay, not bad. That'll be 8.
Not bad at all.
Force damage. Yeah, I'm pasting.
As these slash into him. Just for fun, we'll say that Pasty Jean actually, instead of like grabbing onto Cherry, his like long frog tongue has like wrapped around her wrist, so he just gets hit. Oh fuck!
And then I'm going to look at Cherry and just say, Cherry, it's okay. Get out of here. And I was like, point to like the back where Bash is.
Where you're sending, like Bash is collecting like the non-combatants to get them out of here.
Mm-hmm. So Cherry has an extra D8 to try to
Bardic
get out of the grapple.
Inspiration, hell yeah! That brings us to Pike, as everyone else is slowly kind of figuring out what's going on.
Aha. I'm going to move myself in front
I skipped
of.
Gwynn. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no problem.
I
thought I was a little later.
I had clicked past Gwynn already. I'm so sorry.
It's a. I'm going to get out the gift chakram. Feeling this emboldened, powered in this safe haven. But I'm basically out, so I'm just swinging. Does a 16 hit?
On this tentacle creature?
Yes.
Yes, it absolutely does.
And don't forget you have a advantage
Yes.
as well.
Yes, that was with 7 slashing and 1 psychic.
Hell yeah. This ring blade chakram slashes across some of these tentacles. Basically, as they're trying to grapple onto you, you slice them that way.
And then an 18 on the bonus action attack and 6 slashing damage.
Heck yes. This tentacled creature is starting to like falter and look a little bloodied as it's struggling to keep itself together.
And then I just want to move like here, just so I'm kind of front lining a little bit.
Nice. Maneuvering yourself a bit. This like dad is like starting to like get up and like looks at like Grit and like listen to her, and kind of looks in your direction, Gwyn.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I didn't mean to be Johnny Bravo. He's not Johnny Bravo. He's much calmer than that.
Thank you.
Whoa, mama.
I was like, Elvis?
I was deep in Southern. I was like, oh no, I was
This
Elvis.
is where Elvis was?
Thank you.
And like he like reaches like a hand to like clasp like your shoulder, and you can see like as soon as like his hand like his like sleeve falls away like to his elbow, and it's just tattoos, and you can kind of see them creeping up around his neck as well.
Oh, I thought he was about to cast a spell on me. I thought he was like it was like a secret pirate about to kill me.
No, he is a dad thanking you.
He's just actually thanking me. I'm just in character.
He's just a
Gwyn
fucking rat.
flinches away from being
I'm
thanked.
like, when he reaches.
And so maneuvering yourself around this creature, that is going to be Pike. This small owl has been grappled by this tentacled creature who looks to be in rough shape.
Okay, yes. I think I'm gonna move to block the exit here.
Hell yeah. And you are just out of its range, so like, no opportunity attacks from the creature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm pretty incensed by Pasty Jean here. So
Why?
we're
in it together. You think
gonna-
me?
He's such a muppet.
and I'd look him in the eye and say, and this is how you repay me with that kindness, by doing an unkindness to others. And
The Cyclops will make it worth
I'm
your
gonna-
while.
I'm gonna draw back my longbow and shoot him in the foot.
I imagine like you just have like almost like harpoon arrows, like you like use your bow to like fish off of like the side of your ship. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
so bad.
he's like a bow fisherman and a spear fisherman especially. So yeah, aiming down is very natural for him. We have advantage because of this haven thing,
Yes.
correct?
This
Great,
this
just double checking.
essentially a nature domain cleric, the caretaker of all nature
Oh, beautiful.
in Corsair, has bestowed a bit of your power upon her allies in the room.
Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna roll to hit. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit with the longbow.
Excellent. That is going to hit.
Beautiful. So that is going to be a D8. Where's my D8?
Sorry, let me just double. It
There
hits
it is.
regardless, but are you going for Jean or the creature?
Mhm. Oh, I'm going for Jean.
Okay,
Pasty Jean.
that's what I thought. That definitely hits him.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset.
Yes.
So
He is,
with him.
being shitty.
Yeah, no kidding. So that is going to be one. That is going to be 5 piercing damage, and I'm going to do it again
Nice.
with my second
One arrow
attack.
launched, second arrow drawn back, aiming for
Mhm.
pasty Jean.
Yes, that is going to be a 23 to hit
Oh, that
this
hits.
time into the other foot.
Yes, it's so nice.
Mhm.
These harpoon arrows.
And that one, yeah, that one is going to be 7 piercing damage.
Hell yes.
Mhm.
Pasty Jean is looking bloodied. He is having a rough time. He was trying to get out of here, and
Mhm.
he has failed.
Yep. And that is going to be my turn, I believe.
Absolutely. Gwyn, can you give me a perception check for a moment?
Sure. Wow.
12. You hear a voice behind you, underneath you. Hard to see exactly where it is, but you definitely hear this voice kind of carries through this room. Cocooned chakra. I don't relish spoiling my first step on the path by defeating a tired opponent. You won't see me coming, but I'll give you the grace of one night's sleep.
I don't say anything. I just try to be as quiet as possible.
And that brings us to the top of initiative with this creature with Kachi in his tentacles. One of these tentacles is going to squeeze you for 7 more damage, as it just sort of automatically does some damage to the person that has grappled. And the other one is going to lash out at Gwyn. This tentacle kind of sweeping through the air, going for Grit, this young tiefling, but Gwyn, having repositioned, is the one who takes the hit as it comes swinging in. That is actually going to be the exact same thing it rolled to hit Kachi before, weirdly enough. That is a 25 to hit. Nope, 23 to hit, but I did
That
the
is
math
going
wrong.
to hit. I am going to use my reaction to telekinetic reprisal.
Absolutely.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. I'm actually going to say you give me a strength saving throw as well. Actually, no. I'm going to roll this for it first. That is an 11.
Oh, that fails.
That fails. I'm going to say it doesn't even get a chance to grapple you because it automatically grapples on an attack.
Ooh.
But with this reprisal, you push it away as it catches you.
9 force damage and is moved 10 feet away from me.
9 force damage and moved 10 feet away. Hell yeah. This thing is on death's door as it gets shoved back and away 10 feet away, basically crashing into the stage near where this like shrouded violin player is. This tentacle that sweeps at you does get a chance to do 6 damage to you, Gwyn, and then Pike. This thing has fallen into your area.
Yes, and I have a thing I would like to do actually. Because of my feat as a polearm master, I would like to use my reaction to make a melee attack with my spear.
Hell yeah!
We did a thing without even trying!
Yeah, look at us!
Hell yeah! Go ahead and roll this attack with advantage because that's sick as hell, but also because Marilyn is still concentrating on this haven.
Mm-hmm. So that's plus 4. That is a 16 to hit?
Absolutely hits.
Yeah! Alright. So...
Cool as hell.
It doesn't say
fun.
Polar Master Opportunity Attack. I'm
it's
assuming it's going to be just the normal spear damage. It's going to be a d6 plus 1. That is going to be 5 piercing damage.
As this telepathic reprisal, as sort of Gwyn tentacle hits, this force of energy shoves this creature back onto Pike's spear. This creature hits the spear and splits like almost like being popped by a balloon as this creature is shed into smaller versions. The tentacles, the eyeballs, all dissipating, unable to hold themselves together. They splash out into these smaller creatures. Kachi, you are no longer grappled by these little ones. You kind of like fall onto the stage as with a thrust, with back-to-back reactions coming from Gwyn and Pike have taken out this giant creature on its turn.
Now that is what I like to see.
That brings us to Cherry's... Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to make a little quip and just kind of wipe some of this and say, well, this is not the first time I've had fish guts all over me.
Touche.
It lands mostly on the apron, which is much easier to clean than your clothes.
Oh, yeah. No
as,
problem.
Cherry and Pasty Jean, inspired by Kachi, rolled an 8, but with a 5 on the Bardic is enough for her to break the grapple on Pasty Jean, and she is going to 20, 30, is going to fly, use her movement to fly away, having used her dash to break the grapple. To kind of move in the direction that you kind of pointed out to her. I think you might still be the worst off, so she's going to throw one more, still again, only 4. 4 health to you, Kachi.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, I think I'll be on the other side of the door. I'll peek in if you guys need me.
Thanks, Cherry. Bash is really great. Do whatever she says.
Don't need this card anymore because it is destroyed. Just double checking if she has a bonus action. No, she does. Oh, she used a healing word. Cool. That is going to be this little kid tiefling, and technically it's going to be her and Bash. Bash kind of looks to you as this like creature goes down. Kachi, where should I tell everyone to go?
Can you take him to your loft, where like no one can get to?
This way?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go this way. And Bash, like, okay, shepherds Grit, this tiefling away. Does like throw like a, okay, yeah, we got it. And is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is going to dash away with the young tiefling especially. Has like signaled to the dad of the tiefling, who like clapped a hand onto Gwyn. They seem to be less, not super geared for combat. Weedy seems to be a couple drinks in, but he has stood up now to kind of join the fray, as has this big minotaur. Is kind of like, has like fists up and is looking at these little guys. But that is Grit the tiefling and Bash, who have made their way out, and that is going to be this big Holston. Actually no, I don't think I put him in the initiative track, or don't have a card for it. That's why. That is going to be after Bash and Grit get out of here. It's going to be Pasty Jean. Cherry has broken their hold. Pasty Jean like goes to run towards the door and like sees Pike there, and just kind of like looks like, that's not supposed to happen. All right.
None of this is supposed to happen, buddy.
This kind of looks fucked, doesn't it? Everybody should everyone should surrender, because the Cyclops is going to kill everybody if anyone tries to leave, okay? Blood!
And just begins to scream out into the tavern. That hurt my throat to do. That's going to be Gwyn, Kachi, and Pike. I need wisdom saving throws.
Oh, jeez.
Shit.
And I'm going to.
Are these with advantage in the?
I'm going to say I said attacks and ability checks. I meant to say attacks and saving throws. So saving throws is with advantage. It's like a super-powered blast.
Rolling so bad.
That'd
be a 19 from...
19 from Pike?
Yes, sir.
And 8, that's not as good as a 19.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
12!
A 12 is exactly what you needed to hit. So that is going to be 10 psychic damage to Gwyn, and 5 to Pike and to Kachi, as this bellow almost like resonates with all of these eyeballs around Pasty Jean.
Ugh.
You also have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, Gwyn. I don't know that it super matters.
Okay.
And after that, Jean is also going to pull his pistol. I also could fish for elves, and is going to fire at Pike.
Oh my gosh.
But that is a 14 to hit.
You needed a 13, so that does in fact hit.
So that does in fact hit, as his pistol, as quick draw goes off. There's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
All right.
Like spins the barrel of his pistol. It seems to be like his primary weapon. Marilyn has maintained concentration on Haven, so everyone's advantage still is in play. And that brings us to Holston, who is going to close with one of these eyeballs. Seeing Cherry kind of running away, is just going to kind of be like, "You keep going, kid," and is going to swing in on this eyeball. Oh God. That is going to be... Actually, both of those do hit. On a natural 5 and a natural 6, does still roll well enough to hit with his fists. And does enough damage to pop one of these eyeballs. You keep going, kid. Alright, that's fucking gross. And looks at like the eyeball guts on his hands. But that is going to be all of these small eyeballs' turns. One of them is going to close in with this figure on the violin, who is like finally raising it, seemingly to do something with it. One of these is going to close with Gwyn. I'm going to roll a little check here to see if it's going to go for an NPC or for Gwyn. Let's say an odd number is for Gwyn. That is a 9. This one's going to close with Gwyn to get some advantage. And then these ones here that kind of like this big creature kind of exploded into fall upon Kachi and on Pike. So it's going to be 2 attacks coming for Kachi. That is a 13, which I think misses.
Misses.
And a 17, which hits.
Just hits.
And then 2 attacks coming for Pike.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dirty 20 and a 16.
Yep. Both those hit.
2 attacks on Gwyn. The highest of those is a 9.
Hey!
So that is going to be on Kachi. That's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage as these tentacles slap into you. And that's going to be 13 bludgeoning damage to Pike.
Ouch!
As these two just like bash into you. Oh, I am so sorry. That is not... What did I say that was?
You said 13 bludgeoning damage?
I'd say, okay, instead of 13 bludgeoning damage, so undo that, it's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be 5 bludgeoning damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. So there was 6, then 5?
6, then 5. So 11 damage
Great.
in total, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'm not quite bloody then. And then con save. That's with advantage, correct?
Yes.
Great, thank you. That is an 18 Constitution saving throw.
You resist being poisoned by these eyeballs.
I really like that.
Over at the bar, this tiefling with like an eye patch, who's kind of just like watching the fight happen, just like sees you resist this and just kind of raises a glass like, nicely done, and doesn't do much about it. Oh, there's actually one attack coming for this figure with the violin.
Why is this new boat of
15 to hit, which is going to hit. And for a total of 5 damage to this figure on the violin.
Why is this new boat of people all from the south? It's so funny.
They really are. But that is the skeleton's turn. The skeleton, I just gave it away. It seems to be Kachi as you look. Like all of these scarfs, like are hiding what appears to be like a skeletal figure inside as they draw their violin.
Ooh.
Never went down Georgia. He was looking for some.
Also from the south. Well, little owl, let's work together on this, shall we? and is going to give you a bardic inspiration. So you have a d6 of bardic inspiration, Kachi.
Amazing.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. 12.
With a 12, you get the sense that, like, all of this is being put on by this person.
Ooh.
It doesn't seem like how they'd normally talk. That is going to
violinist. Yeah.
That is going to be this elf here near you, Gwyn. Kind of closes in, almost like does an unnecessary roll over the table. Look, I think we can do this together.
Not those.
Look, I may be dangerous, but you seem like you got things under control. Do you need help?
Yes.
Right. I don't like doing this, but perhaps if I can help someone, I will.
Okay.
And like his eyes kind of roll back, and he like sends almost like an echo of himself out forward at one of these eyeball creatures. That is a 22 to hit. And that is enough damage to, like, this like ghostly form of him picks up and smushes this eyeball in front of you. Ah, I'm back. Let's work together on this, shall we? And he's going to maneuver around to give you flanking as he kind of like draws 2 knives.
Nice.
That is Kachi. In the past few seconds, you have been dropped by a tentacle monster. You've been inspired by a skeleton doing his best to hide himself in several scarves, and you've uttered an order to Bash and several others in this building to run away, to which many are listening.
Amazing. The Harangon that may or may not have whispered to Gwyn.
Yes.
Was that a whisper, or did everyone hear that?
Ooh, that's a good question. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
And I'll say do it with advantage. In this in Maryland's Haven. I'd say you're kind of in tune to this area.
Okay. Not great. A 13.
You did not hear it.
No, not here. Cool. Alright. I think just to the room.
I'd say because Alan clocked it. The Harangon that was here has somewhat eluded your view, and you can, you've found the what is potentially an assassin in the area. If Gwyn has divulged who the whispered dagger is, it seems like perhaps you found them.
It'd be really helpful if an assassin could help us out right now, but I didn't hear that. Just like, I could kill you if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna help you. Leave. Okay, to Skeletor. Maybe help me if I go down.
Okay.
That's a
are
lot.
are you worried about it? I can. I'm just a simple violinist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can flute and violin. They go well together. Sure.
Of course.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 attacks on the pasty gene. Again, I'll do 1 at a time though, just in case.
Oh, 2 Eldritch Blasts at pasty gene still? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I know I'm going down by these little guys, but I don't.
What are you doing? Let me leave.
You up. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Does the Bardic go on attack damage as well, or no? It's just I don't know what like level they are.
Oh, let me check. They have an NPC, so they have weird stats. It seems cool as hell. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll say that it's
right.
the equivalent of a Valor Bard. So you can use the
Hell yeah.
inspiration for damage as well.
All right, let's do that. That'll be 11 damage.
Pacey Jean is still standing, but is on death's door. Oh, fuck!
Lucky for you, I got one more shot.
We can talk.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shit. Grogma, you gonna help?
And that one's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, amazing. Okay, I was like, please say it hits. Okay. And that's 5.
That is enough to, with one last blast, Pasty Jean hits the stool behind them and falls over this stair. Pasty Jean is down.
This one's for Trigger.
Yeah. Wait.
Cool. With my last, I'm like, yo, if anyone can help over here, I'm about to die. Please help me.
just boom, help!
I am so woozy. That'll be my turn now. Yeah, because I don't have any bonus actions or anything. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Nice. Weedy bends this dragonborn off in the corner, finally kind of like gets himself together, kind of gives a nod toward Marilyn, and is going to try to harpoon. Oh, hell yeah, that is a natural 18 for a total of 24. Is going to harpoon one of these eyeballs off of Kachi and start reeling it in away from you, just so that your one less attack coming your way.
Weedy.
Oh, but that isn't actually enough to pierce it and kill it.
Hell yeah. Weedy, I love you.
No problem. I got you, little guy.
Chill.
Alright.
Okay. Down.
Wait. Trigger, are you older now? Like, Weedy kind of looks over at you, Pike.
Whoa.
I don't know who Trigger is. Sorry.
Okay, I'm Weedy. What's up?
Hi, Pike.
Sick.
Yeah. Shall we make some shish kebabs?
This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, your bow's sick as hell. It's like my thing. It has like a harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Gwyn, that is you. Flanking with this elf, should you choose to take it, and you also have these other smaller eyeballs kind of spread around.
I am going to use my first action attack to attack the one on top of me with my chakrams.
Nice. Flanking with advantage. You also have advantage from Marilyn, but the elf doesn't really know that. He is not an ally of Marilyn, so he didn't get it.
27 or 24 to hit,
Hell yeah.
and 5 slashing and 3 psychic.
With the psychic damage, you pop this eyeball.
I'm gonna run over to Trigger and use my second attack to attack this one.
Or Kachi.
Who?
Oh, I said Trigger, but I meant Kachi. I was thinking you're dying, and
Yeah. I know I look like shit, but goddamn.
yeah, sorry. 23 to hit there.
Absolutely
And-
hits.
6 slashing and 3 psychic.
Again, with the psychic damage, you take this eyeball down.
Nice. And then last 5 feet of movement, I'll move here, and then I will
Nice.
attack this one. Bonus
With the
action.
chakram.
attack. 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Hey, this is really good for no modifier. 5 slashing and 4 psychic.
Again, you take out another one of these eyeballs. The elf that you kind of like, that was like, had like assisted you, kind of looks over. Respect. And like nods his head.
Yes, I just kind of like
my hero.
bow a little bit to him, and then like my arms go back into the poncho.
And I pull inside of the
my wings
chakrams.
caress your shoulders. You're my hero.
It's like, I can't kill you, but I can kill what's around you.
Yeah. Purcell, the father of Grit, the tiefling, ducks and runs into the safe area that Kachi has pointed out, which brings us to Pike, with one of the last eyeballs all up in your grill.
Lovely. I believe I am going to shish kebab it with my spear.
Absolutely.
Or at least make the attempt to do so.
Hell yeah.
That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Lovely. And I'm going to do a lovely bit of damage here to the point of 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage. This is on death's door.
Lovely. I'm going to pivot this way here and then hit it again, I suppose.
Again.
And that is a lovely another dirty 20.
That
I keep
hits.
rolling 16s.
That hits, and
Love it.
mathematically, you finish this thing off.
Ah, I see. It had one little bit of health left.
It was so close to being dead.
Excellent. Let me see. As a bonus action, I would like to come over to this one here and use my Polearm Master bonus attack
Hell yeah.
Sure.
on the
Spear.
offhand.
End of the spear cracks into this thing.
That was 12 to hit. I rolled an 8 on both dice.
Unfortunately, 12 does not hit.
Oh,
These
nuts.
smaller ones are just a little quicker, a little harder to hit. Manages to elude your spear.
I like to think I kind of tripped on the stairs a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I appreciate the assistance. Thank you. That is Cherry, who is going to continue running away. But Kachi, you got this. And is going to give you another healing word. Oh, that much better. 7 hit points to Kachi. She finally rolled above a 1 on the
Jerry,
healing word.
you're my new favorite.
Thanks. Could you actually sign? I have to prove that I healed people.
Wait, what?
We can do it later.
Is this
It's
like
for
a?
school.
Is this like a girl? Is this like a school? What? Are you on a field trip right now? Is this community service? How old do I look to you?
Grit is safe. Bash is safe. Pasty Jean is down. Marilyn maintains the haven. Holston, basically kind of stands in front of the door to kind of be just like a barricade as the fight is winding down. There's going to be this last little eyeball is going to go for an attack on Pike and one on this skeleton. First on Pike. That is a 17 to hit Pike.
That absolutely hits.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage. I need another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
Because Marilyn is
Yes. Oh gosh.
Oop.
Ah. And that is gonna be a 14 on the con save.
That is a pass. You resist being poisoned once again.
Whew.
The eyeball also lashes out at this skeleton with the violin. Does a little bit of damage, but the skeleton is still standing. Tiefling at the bar continues to drink. This figure here is like, listen, you've all been so very kind. I have a secret to divulge. And he pushes his scarf back, revealing this like skull with this glowing blue light coming from inside. I am not an elf like I was trying to convince everyone, but I am a damn good bard. And goes back on the violin and is going to do a healing word towards Kachi. Actually, no, it's going to risk the opportunity attack. Runs toward Kachi to give him a cure wounds. So you get 9 health back.
Amazing.
And D6 is going to go towards, let's say also Kachi, because Kachi, like, he gets the sense that Kachi is next. Hey, I heard that flute. I think we can make some pretty good music together.
Fiddles, you're so much cooler now. Why would you?
It was
You're a skeleton bard?
It was a masquerade. I had everyone fooled. I know it's jarring after seeing my acting abilities, but I am indeed. I'm definitely a skeleton. Not a skeleton. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, jarring is the correct word I would use.
Of course, one artist to another. Yes. We'll see if it gets an opportunity attack from the eyeball. Natural 2 from the eyeball. He manages to escape unscathed. That is this elf here, who is going to dash over, and we'll give Pike a help action, and that is Kachi's turn.
Yeah. Just like fully talking, yeah. No, so the thing about flute playing is it just like level the pistol. For another Eldritch Blast. Oh, that's a nat 20. Holy shit.
Beautiful.
Nat 20. Go ahead and roll your damage. 2d10. Or roll again, I guess. You have two of these, but I doubt you'll need them both.
That's a 13.
The 13 to hit or 13 damage?
13 damage.
13 damage. You pulverize this final eyeball. How does it look when Kachi ends this fight?
He's so exhausted. He's so tired. He just wants to go to bed. And so he's just like, yeah, so anyway, yeah, I really, we could jam together sometime, maybe. I'm falling in it, but yeah, okay. It just leveled it. Yeah, sure. Just eviscerates this eyeball.
It's like
and
already like, kind of like sitting down on the stage as you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I gotta go check out that weird frog guy.
Eviscerated. The battle comes to a close. Everyone has been saved thanks to the actions of the party and the few combat-ready NPCs. As Marilyn kind of like lets her arms down. Okay. Everyone, thank you all. This, unfortunately, is not unheard of after a storm like this, but thanks to you all, we're in a good shape. Normally, Bash helps out with this, but I suppose teenagers will do their own thing. Everyone who's here, of course, let me do what I can to fix you all up. And she kind of like out of like the cracks of the ground, this like vine grows out of the earth. A healing spirit is summoned, so effectively everyone can go back to full health by basking in the healing powers of Marilyn, this caretaker of nature.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
drinks all around. Shots for Marilyn.
Yeah, that's basically the form that it takes. Like, you see, like, Weedy gets in on this, even though he didn't get hit. This elf like begrudgingly takes like there's like tankards, but takes like a shot and like winces, even though it's just healing magic. And everyone kind of like, okay, yeah, time to let's do our thing
You're
now.
so brooding, and I don't. Yeah, stand in front of the fireplace, put your arm up there, just like look into the ember.
I think through all of this, Pike would just be kind of staring with amazement at this skeleton bard that has just made their presence known. Like the Walking Dead for him is just a fairy tale.
Yeah, like
so his world
like hood down, and there's just a glowing skull animating itself.
He did not notice the last eyeball getting pulverized. He did not notice that he's been brought back to full health. He's just staring at this undead that is just having a casual conversation with an owl man in a tavern.
Oh, so that flute you played, let's see that. Okay, yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I think in contrast with that of your amazement of the skeleton, I'm so annoyed at him right now because I'm like, I don't care. I need to go check the frog. No, okay, yes, here's the flute.
What notes did you play?
There's a C. There's an E. I can do the whole scale.
Wait, hold on. It's harmonized. Why are you walking away?
No reason. You know, I gotta. Oh, what? Oh,
Kachi, come on, we gotta go.
Gwynn, where'd you been the whole time? We gotta check out this frog guy. It's Boggin. Whatever the fuck.
This Eladrin woman, like purplish hair, kind of like some gray streaks appearing, kind of comes over to you in the skeleton. Thank you for leading the call. I am Marilyn Crimsonwood Svetzel. Marilyn is fine. I run the tavern here. I'm sort of good friends with Kachi and Gwynn, so I hoped that they would lend a hand, but you had no obligation to, so I appreciate it.
I'm happy to help, I guess, and I'm just really, I guess, peeved that this guy I helped out from this storm, this wreck, would come in and cause such trouble. I can't believe he'd do something like that.
I believe Bash said
I saved his life.
Said your name was Pike, was it?
Yeah, Pike. Hi.
Helping others does not make you responsible for their actions. There are others here in Cursed
It feels like it, I guess.
Do their best to help, and some people take advantage of that, and some people don't. The hope is that the scales tip towards those that don't. I am thankful that you are a helper. You could have easily ignored that man. You could have easily ignored sort of the fight happening here and escaped. You were the closest to the door after all, and I appreciate it. There's home, my children, my husband here. We are safe because of people like you, and sort of gestures towards Kachi and Gwynn as well. And I suppose you as well, kind of like offering it up to the skeleton being, yes, I'm Nata. It's a pleasure, madam of the household. And he kind of like slaps, like, just like this like bony hand knocks into your shoulder blade, Pike, as like, yeah, we helped. Listen.
I think he kind of tenses up with that, not intentionally, just like
Pike, listen. Those two over there are a bit proud, but I fear that if they leave this building, they will collapse in the gutter. They do not look good despite the healing I gave them. Could you keep an eye on them and perhaps suggest they stay the night here?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I could use a little shut-eye myself.
Of course.
It's been a
sort of
rather harrowing day.
We have rooms being prepared. We can set one aside for you, and perhaps, if you don't mind sharing with them, there was a there's a number of rooms that we need to sort of get ready and things.
They seem nice enough.
Oh,
I mean, they're really the only ones I've met in here so far, so...
well, perfect, as long as you're all right with that. I can get sort of dinner ready. One of my daughters is a chef, so hopefully she'll be back soon and we can sort of get
Great.
a midnight snack prepared. Yes, but I'll set a room aside for you and for Kachi and for Gwyn if their thick heads allow you to convince them. Pike, pleasure. Lovely to meet you. Welcome to Forgotten Escape. Welcome to Cursed Cove. Same goes for you, Notta. Notta. My son would love to meet you. He's a bard as well. And she kind of walks
Is
away.
Nata the skeleton? Sorry to interrupt.
Notta is the skeleton.
Okay. That's
Yes.
not like a famous name or anything?
Yes, not a skeleton. Hoping to be famous one day for, my tales of heroics, but I have to find heroes to make stories about first.
Oh. Well,
I hate him so much.
it seems like a pretty great place to find those. I mean, you could almost write something about yourself. I've never met a walking, talking skeleton before, let alone anyone that can sing or play a violin.
I try. Oh, but of course, not a skeleton. Not a skeleton.
Right. That's pretty spooky. Wow. How did that happen? Sir, if it's not too personal, I'm leaving my village for the first time, and
of course. I'm from a small town as well. It wasn't exactly a choice of mine, but you know what? When sometimes strange things are forced upon you, or you're made in a certain way, all you can do is sort of roll with it, and if you manage to escape, you make the most of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Escaping routine or your chains or whatever has got you down, I suppose. Yeah. Well, it was nice meeting you, Mr. Nada. I hope I get to hear some of your tunes later.
Of course, Pike. A fitting name for a hero of poem, an epic of some sort. Pike the Fisher. Pike the Fisherman. And he kind of just absent-mindedly kind of tucks off Pike. What rhymes with Pike?
And then I think I would excuse myself and move over to the other guys.
Yes, I guess while that's happening, kind of Kachi and Gwynn, give me investigation checks, medicine checks as you kind of check out Pasty Gene.
Poking his eyeball with my pistol. They're so big.
Still open.
Hey. I think I'm focused on being assassinated tomorrow. So.
Dirty 20 for investigation.
Dirty 20. You see the same kind of thing that Gwyn saw earlier. It's that you check out the Cyclops tattoo. It almost appears to be glow. It's glowing, and then it's kind of fading as you get there to investigate it. There was some sort of magical effect that Jean was able to harness. Seemingly the Cyclops is what gave him the powers to control these creatures. And with your investigation check of a 20 going through his pockets, you find a pair of nice pistols, but nothing better than what your Eldritch Blast pistol can do. But what you don't find is what kind of sticks out to you. When you all washed up on Cursed Cove, Trigger was given an eyeball to give to Gilda. After the destruction of these little creatures, you don't find an eyeball in Pasty Jean's pockets you may have been expecting to. Okay, if he doesn't have it, what's going on?
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, this is the second time.
if we leave,
Mm-hmm.
the Cyclops is going to kill us.
Mm-hmm. So why is he trying to keep us here, but also kill us while we're on the island, but also steal us? Well, why did he want to try to take us?
I wonder if it's because Trigger has those eyes.
But does he? Because I thought he gave it to Gilda, and then she tossed it into that house that we have, that we
I thought
collapsed.
he's been wanting to get those eyes again. But I wonder if they can see.
Maybe.
Because they
Sorry,
said
what?
go after Trigger, like it, or Trigger's like bloodline is important, and like Trigger needs to be sacrificed, and that's why they've been keeping him on the ship the whole time, like dealing with him. He's not a pirate, 'cause he's not one of them, but he's the sacrifice for eyeballs.
Sorry, what's
It's
this
not
about
gonna take
eyeballs, guys?
Oh my god.
Oh, I have
Yeah, I've been
two.
standing here for a few seconds now.
Ah, God.
They're just so plain.
Oh, I was
Hi.
saying that it was crazy that this guy had such big eyeballs, and then there was an eyeball tentacle monster. Fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Real eyes realize real lies.
A monkey see, monkey do. I see ice cream for ice cream.
So,
So you want to join a crew, or like how
Yeah,
long
so are you gonna
staying
sleep in a
town
guest
for?
bedroom? We have a house that's like
you have a
man-
house.
Yeah, like up the
Oh,
road.
They like gave it to us because we like killed the ghost.
that's pretty neat. How's the digs?
Your room will be
Luscious.
smaller than.
Yeah.
than ours.
Oh, I have a room. Okay.
you could.
I mean, here's
I mean, if you
the
want.
thing though. The innkeep said we should probably stay here for a night.
Oh, thank God.
You know, you sound, I mean, yeah, Kachi, you sound a little worse for the wear. If it's not too impolite, but
Nah, it's okay.
you
I
seem a
look
bit
like
tired.
shit. Yeah,
You know,
a bit. Ooh, after the day we had.
no kidding. I mean,
Thanks.
yeah, I'm kind of tired myself, and as nice as your house may be, maybe we can head there tomorrow first thing. I think it'd just be a bit better if we just called it a night
You really-
here.
Like, you're really gearing up for a hard sell for me, but I'm done. You said let's stay at the keep, let's stay at the inn, and I said done. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort that I'm sure you're putting into this, but
okay, well
unless
tomorrow
Gwyn
on
has any.
the walk, we can just keep focused. In case anyone's hiding in the shadows.
Why would they be
Like
hiding?
who?
Oh, like a dagger whispering its secrets. I feel like I was warned
Mm-hmm.
that I am going to die. And Pike, you
Oh.
don't know me, but I say stuff like this a lot. But I think it's well, everything is trying to kill me. You know.
Hang on. Here's the thing. You said your name was Gwyn.
Yeah.
What's your full name?
Why?
Wait, don't say that. Are you about to subpoena him?
No.
Is this a law
I don't,
situation?
Are you
I don't
about to-
even know what a subpoena is.
Fine,
sir.
years ago.
You've been served.
I don't even know what a subpoena is. No.
Alright.
I just. It seems like it might be important. I might. Do you have any? Like, what's your full name?
Gwyn is my last name.
Okay. So something Gwyn.
Yeah.
What about a Tesha Gwyn?
Why is that the name?
It's funny when you said Gwyn because I overheard some people talking on this last ship I was on before this whole pirate attack that we caught up in this storm.
When you were fishing?
No, when I was on my way out here.
Right. Okay.
You see, our ship got attacked shortly after this, and that's how I washed up on here.
Pike
Who the
need to
fuck
say
was
what-
talking about me, and what did they say?
I didn't get a good look at him. However, from what I did over here, it sounded a little dangerous. The details are a bit fuzzy. The powder keg on this boat exploded, so there was a lot going on here, Gwyn. That I don't really remember many of the details, but this seemed dangerous. These guys seemed like they were part of something a bit bigger than just like, oh yeah, that guy owes me money or something.
No,
You don't owe anybody money, do you?
I don't owe anyone money.
Okay, well at least it's not that. But
Can I give this an insight check?
yeah, again, I guess.
I'm just like, you're skirting around the issue here, Pike.
Yeah, why can't you say? Like all the other things are like the bad parts, and you won't say the good.
16 insight.
16. I'm gonna just do, I guess.
Just a farmer, right? Or
I feel like it's
Just a farmer.
Fisherman. Come on, I'm no landlubber. No.
like
I'm a fisherman.
deception or
I-
persuasion,
It's
kind
not
of
really
like.
deception.
Yeah.
I almost want to say performance. So like, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. I almost want to say performance just because I'm like trying to get a point across.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11, so yeah. I just. Tell me what exactly you're trying to suss out here.
Kachi sees you trying to like skirt around this thing of information to tell Gwyn that you overheard something on this ship. And I think Kachi is trying to tell one, if you know the information and just aren't willing to say or don't want to say it in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like if,
Sure.
if you like yeah.
So Pike is being forthright. He's just a bit frazzled in that he doesn't necessarily know what is the most helpful thing to do in this situation. I would maybe say he's not broadcasting this across the room, but he's not necessarily being quiet about it either. Just kind of normal conversation. And genuinely, the details are somewhat lost on him at this point, especially because it has been such an eventful day and that he didn't get the full conversation. It was more just overheard in this crowded passenger ship, a few folks, maybe a couple people over, just chatting. Name, gonna mess him up for the organization or whatever.
Wow.
Okay.
is kind of the technical gist of it.
What I will say is, Pike, I have won a competition before.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Just so earnest.
So earnest.
And it earned me some notoriety. So in some circles, I am a bit of a celebrity. And
Wow.
well, I'm enjoying my anonymity here.
Anonymity.
And I will I'll like glamour Gwyn for a second, and it's like me, but it's me enhanced. Like no bags, I'm prettier, I'm thinner, I'm like I'm like an inch taller, so I'm like 5'9". Like And it's just like a more glammed up, like beautiful version of myself. And I'll drop the spell again with my disguise self. So that is kind of like what I'm expecting to look like. So it wouldn't be completely shocking that there were people who don't like me based on how
could people not like you? You seem really nice to me, so.
Well, I wasn't a front runner in the comp. I kind of snuck in at the end, and a lot of people didn't like that.
What was the competition for?
You know, riches beyond your wildest dreams was actually like the tagline.
Right, but like what did you do?
Well, the first thing we did was a maze.
Okay.
Got through that.
Yeah.
There were some obstacle courses, if you will. There was some heavy negotiation, you know, tested on your mind and your body. But I kind of just like didn't really know what I was doing. I just followed, and sometimes the student becomes the teacher.
Huh. Seems interesting. I won a fishing competition once in my village.
That's probably more interesting.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
it was a 250-pound halibut. It's the biggest one of the season.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really big fish.
Yeah.
I would love to see that portrait.
Pike, give me a history check with everything that Gwyn has shared with you.
Yeah.
Being from a town near the north, your town is small, so you probably don't have like firsthand knowledge of what Gwyn is talking about. But since you've like hopped on the ship, you may have heard of something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
While Pike is doing this, can I try to like slowly drag this body that's bigger than myself out the door to try to clean their pub? Come on.
That's a 17 on history.
Okay, I'm gonna say as you kind of like reflect on what Gwyn has been saying, you like vaguely remember like, oh, these games that Gwyn is talking about. There was like sailors that you overheard that had come from like the northern, like the Shattered North, that were talking about like Feywild games. There was like a ranger that won, and you kind of like stuck with you because like you being a ranger, there's like a connection there, and it triggers something in your mind that, oh, those games were sponsored by like the creator of like Feykana, which is like a big like company that does a lot of like shipping and stuff. And as you kind of reflect and remember that is, you remember like the conversation you overheard was from someone who worked for Feykana.
Cool. Very good. Hey, just by chance, Gwyn, was this the Feywild games? Was it?
Oh, you're a fan of them.
I just heard a few stories about it, about a season ago, and about this ranger who won.
Yep, that's, would you believe?
Get out of town! That is
only
so
one
wild.
winner, and it was me. That's
so great, and you know, now that I think about it too, there that sponsor, the Feykana, that seems to ring a bell. I think whoever was talking back on the ferry on that passenger boat, they might have had some sort of association with them. I can't remember if I saw like a patch on a jacket or if they just mentioned it, but I think they were with the Feykana corporation.
Right.
Corporation, Matt?
Yeah, like it's like fake tech basically. And then Gwyn,
okay, cool.
Like hearing this, like, okay, someone communicating in secret in spies your mind immediately goes to the changelings that work for Pollux that are like, okay, cool. They're his like hound dogs. They go and search for things. They try to they are his eyes and ears.
Oh my god. I use disguise self and I look like non-ASMR version of Chibi Girl with red hair.
Cherry.
Oh.
Cherry is here with red hair.
Yeah,
You got a lot shorter.
I'm Apricot.
Oh my god.
Apricot Dupree. In little braids. Oh. And I'm just sitting at the table now like this.
Without commenting on it or doing anything.
Oh. That was
I come back in from taking the body outside. Who the hell is this?
It's me.
Oh shit. Oh, hey.
Yeah, I don't know what I said. Did I say something bad?
No. I have an ex who works there. And yeah. He didn't like how things ended it, you know.
Sure. That bad, huh?
He's been known to be clingy.
I see. Okay.
The worst.
You have no idea.
I don't.
No, yeah. His name, just because I'm worried for you, and your safety. His name is Pollux de la Fae of Fae Kana. He's like, he owns it. He owns the company.
Got it.
He also like created the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they like killed people.
Mhm.
The people died. And,
Oh
like,
no. I didn't
their
know about
souls
that
were-
about the games.
Well, we didn't know before either.
Oh golly.
So
Yeah. Are you
No.
okay?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
I have a ring that makes it so my mind can't be read against its will now.
That's
So I-
useful for a crazy ex. Yeah.
Well, I hope.
I hope so too.
We'll find
Unless they're here in disguise because they were on the boat with you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they died instantly and you saw them.
Yeah, I can't say I got a good look at
Can't
them.
say
I'm not
you
sure
did.
if they're alive or dead. I'm not sure if there are anyone that's in this building even.
No, and I'll never know for the rest of the time here.
I'm so sorry to
No,
be bearer of
it's
bad news.
fine. I wanted to be assassinated quickly, and tomorrow when I die, I won't have to worry about this.
Well, I
anymore.
won't let you die, so
Well, I've been known to survive through things. I am probably going to die tomorrow, though. I am going to die, and my limbs will be ripped off my body slowly and painfully, and then what's left of me will be sent back to be tortured for all time.
that's
But-
sad.
No,
You just gotta.
it's fine.
No, see, Gwyn, you just gotta act before this
Hmm.
bunny.
Okay, well,
Oh,
my
it's a bunny?
name is Apricot Dupree.
Yeah, of course, apricot.
Apricot debris.
Apricot.
Apricot.
Listen, that's how we say it. That's just the way we say things up in the Shattered North, okay?
You're from there?
Yeah. It's,
Everyone's from somewhere. You can't control where you're born.
yeah.
While we're talking, can I do a casual scan to see if anybody is like staring down the group?
Yes. First,
Like even if like Moody Elf is like, what?
it's like, yes. So first, Kachi, you get Pasty Gene outside. You drag him outside, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of problem because he's bigger than you are. But as you drag him outside, give me a survival check.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just trying to like not have to have the people who live here do this and just help them out. 13 survival.
Nice. You get him outside. You kind of pull him basically kind of off. The Forgotten Escape is kind of on the water, so you pull him kind of close to the beach. And as you kind of you walk back inside, and as you kind of look back, you no longer see the white body of Jean. You left it and it's immediately kind of gone.
What the fuck? Should I have taken it outside?
But you also notice kind of quickly fading because of the rain are long-footed footprints.
Where do I see that they go?
You really only see them right outside the Forgotten Escape, where there's an awning, and then on the cobblestone, who's to say?
God. Matt, why is this a horror episode? That's so creepy.
But then you make it back inside, and while Pike and Gwyn are kind of talking, and you see Gwyn kind of panicking, give me a perception check to kind of give a scan of the room. I say perception or insight.
Man, gang, the body's gone. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm just freaked out by that, because we'll do a perception as 8. I put the body outside. Now the body's gone.
You're you're trying to take stock of the people in the room, but you're also confused by the people not in the room because you sent some people away, and then there's people who've disappeared outside. Trigger's not here, and Stila isn't here, but you knew they were doing something. So there's just a lot going on. And Bash kind of comes over and just kind of puts a mug in your hand and then just walks away. You seem maybe you needed this.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. We'll need a bed. Maybe 3.
Marilyn said the room upstairs is ready. The first one on the left.
Thank you, Bash. Can we send a note to Europa to tell her that we'll be here tonight?
Who?
Europa?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Our friend?
Yes, I do know Europa. Yes.
She's left the house, right? I'm not crazy in that.
I think she's been here once. She's not a regular like you guys are.
All right, fair enough. At least the Bastion.
This is him. We don't even know that this is him.
Huh?
What?
If this is really Bash. I'm just saying we don't know.
Of course it's Bash.
Anyone
Bash
you send on a note to give to Europa could not be that person.
Whoa. Pike, what did you say to him?
Just that some goons from Fakana might be trying to come get him.
Goons. I think Kachi shuts off. Kachi's like, goons, fucking goons.
Yeah, goons.
And I'm going to be assassinated tomorrow, so it doesn't even matter.
Is he always like this, or?
I don't have a chance to live.
We can never get off this island because it's cursed.
I gotta get off this. What?
No.
What?
I just touch your face. No. Maybe one day. Not today.
With the shell-shocked party being offered a warm place to stay, Marilyn in the Forgotten Escape provides a room for everyone as Pike has dropped the warnings that he has come.
Bombs of knowledge. That's
Bombs of knowledge have fallen, and that's where we'll end it for tonight, as long as Grant is willing to come play another time.
Good God.